What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, Junior Fight Professional Boxer. So, Usyk has announced that he wants to fight Deontay Wilder next. Interesting stuff, and this sounds like news to everyone because it wasn't like he planned to say this. He just got asked a question on what his plans are, and he announced that he's not retiring and he wants to continue fighting and that he wants to fight Deontay Wilder next. At first, this didn't really make sense, right? Because you had a chance to face the guy who beat Deontay Wilder, which was Joseph Parker. And now Joseph Parker is going through what he's going through, you know, with the whole drugs allegation and the failed drugs test. So he's out of the picture right now, and then now you choose to fight someone he's beaten. Looking at it from that perspective, it looks like he's ducking. But you cannot say that about Alexander Usyk. You can say that about a lot of fighters, but with Alexander Usyk, can't say that. The only reason why I see him wanting this is because he's the last of those champions around that era, right? We had the era of Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, and Anthony Joshua. Alexander Usyk has beaten Anthony Joshua 2 times. He's beaten Tyson Fury 2 times. And he doesn't have Deontay Wilder on his list yet. Because those were the names, like those were the kings of the division back then. Although Deontay Wilder does seem like he's past it right now, he's still a very, very dangerous fighter, right? For anyone. The last thing to leave a boxer is not his speed, it's not his timing, it's his power. And Deontay Wilder has plenty of that, and he's got enough to knock out anyone. And we've seen that. Alexander Usyk has earned the right to basically do whatever he wants to do, right? And can't really criticize the guy too much. He's done everything in boxing. He hasn't ducked anyone. The only criticism that you can give him is the times where, is basically recently, right? The only time where you can criticize him is what he's been doing recently. Because his recent moves hasn't really made sense to me. Because he had that time to face Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker was just waiting around, wondering what's going to happen next with Alexander Usyk. He got ordered to fight Joseph Parker. He didn't take it. He said he was injured. And so Joseph Parker looked for another fight. He found Fabio Wardley, and those two fought. Joseph Parker lost. And what happened after that, that kind of took me by surprise as well, because he relinquished the belt. The thing with me, I thought he was going to relinquish the belt before the fight happened. I thought the fight was going to happen and it was going to be for the WBO. But that didn't happen. I think what happened was that Fabio Wardley won and Alexander Usyk didn't like that fight. That's what I personally think. I think if Joseph Parker would have won, I think Alexander Usyk would have maybe given him a chance. I think. That's what I personally think if Joseph Parker won, because he's done enough to basically say that he is ready for a title shot and for his own title shot and for a shot at undisputed. He's beaten all the guys that they put in front of him. If Joseph Parker won that fight, I believe that fight would have happened with Alexander Usyk. But with Fabio Wardley winning, I think Usyk, that fight just doesn't really do anything for him. It just doesn't really, I don't know. To me, I think Usyk is levels above Fabio Wardley. And so I think he thought the same and was just like, nah, you can have the belt, bro. That's what it seemed like to me. And now he can kind of do what he wants. Now he gets to do what he wants. And what he wants to do is fight one of the dangerous punches that we've ever seen. That's Deontay Wilder. And he gets to do that. He's earned the right to move how he wants to move. He's definitely on his last legs. He's on the last years of him fighting. Why not do what you want? You've earned the right to do that. He wants to fight Deontay Wilder because he's a big name. He's a strong guy. As I said before, he was one of the other champions that he hasn't fought yet. And so he's going to fight him. Oh, well, if everything goes through well, which I think it will, because Deontay Wilder, he lost to Joseph Parker, he lost to Zhilei Zhang, He came back on the fight, and he looked good in his comeback fight. And now he gets a shot at Alexander Usyk for world titles. That's an easy fight to make if you're Deontay Wilder. You don't have too much negotiating power. You just kind of say yes. You say yes, you get to fight Usyk for multiple world championship titles. That's an easy fight to make. And regardless on whether he's over the hill or not, which I think he kind of is, Deontay Wilder, he's still dangerous. He's the epitome of puncher's chance, because that's been him for most of his career, for the majority of his career. What happens now? I think it's going to be a very easy fight to make. Deontay Wilder's going to say yes. Alexander Usyk has already expressed interest in him and in that fight, and they're going to fight. Alexander Usyk gets to do whatever he wants, and this is what he wants. He gets it. He has earned the right to do that. It's going to be for a lot of money. So if you are on your last legs, why not cash in? Why not get as much as you want with whoever you want? And to me, with Fabio Wardley being the other world champion, I don't think that really sparked his interest. I don't think that's enough for him to get out of the morning and go for your runs and do this and that. Even though I think he's a total professional, I just think Fabio Wardley doesn't bring him that type of excitement or that type of fear. Whereas Deontay Wilder, even though he's a little bit over the hill, you got to be on to fight Deontay Wilder, because your lights can go out just like that. So that's my opinion on it. Let me know what you guys think. That's me, Junior Farr. See you guys later.